Your first pro bout of the evening here, a 185-pound pro fight. Brought to you by N2 Cryotherapy. First off, fighting out of the blue corner, we've got Gage Saunders.
Gage Saunders making his way out to the cage. Looks like he is fighting out of Montana Mixed Martial Arts in Bozeman, Montana, under the tutelage of Mr. Brian Dietz. This is a 185-pound professional bout. Gage Saunders versus Shane Havoc Victor out of the Grindhouse, the man we saw earlier who's changed his life at the Grindhouse. Guys, again, want to thank you to Fusion Fight League's Facebook page.
Fighting out of your Budweiser red corner tonight, it is Shane Victor.
Visit that fundraiser page, guys. Throw a buck at it, throw $2 at it, heck, throw $5 at it. Everything counts in rebuilding this gym. This gym means a lot to me. It means a lot to a lot of people that are standing around me on their feet, excited to watch Shane Havoc Victor come out and take on Gage Saunders for the 185-pound professional bout.
Shane Havoc Victor, a hard worker. As you saw with the expose earlier, he really turned his life around thanks to martial arts and has really dedicated himself to the sport of mixed martial arts. And this is what he wants his life to be. And right now, I think if he can keep on track tonight, he really has an opportunity to make some waves in mixed martial arts, as well as really, do some good things for himself and his family.
Yeah, I've watched Shane. I get to visit the Grindhouse infrequently these days, but I've watched him go from what I would call a brawler. In many ways, I'm sure that he still is. Some of that doesn't go away. But I've watched him receive his blue belt. I've watched him progress in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and on the mat in his technical side. And to see that expose and see how he's progressed on a personal
please
level,
welcome Taylor
inspiring.
back to the cage.
And I'm proud.
As well as a student, being one of the striking teachers at the Grindhouse, he has got a propensity to learn. And but his opponent, Gage Saunders, is one that has been around the scene for a while as well, and is looking to make a name for himself. So I think this fight is going to come down to a matter of technique and will. And of course,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is a 185-pound professional fight brought to you by N2 Cryotherapy. Fighting out of the blue corner with a professional record of 2 wins with 1 loss, 6 feet tall, representing Montana MMA out of Bozeman, Montana. It is Gage Saunders. And fighting out of your Budweiser red corner tonight with a professional record of 1-0, 6 feet tall, representing the Grindhouse here in Billings. It is Shane Havoc Victor!
Shane, of course, coming off of his recent pro debut, but who can forget his fight before that against Billy Henderson? That one made its rounds, and oh my goodness, that was a barn burner. I'm sure Shane would like to look for some more of that kind of style fight, just a brawl.
Shane's going to be riding a high coming off of all the excitement over that expose. Everyone's standing up to welcome him in, and everyone's excited just to watch him fight right now. He's going to put on a show for these fans, and I'm sure that Gage Saunders is well aware of it and looking to shut down that plan.
Big leg kick, big leg kick.
And Shane coming out quick.
Looking for a single leg on the cage, and he gets it, but Gage was briefly thinking about a guillotine choke.
And Shane shucks it off almost like it was nothing.
In a bit of a can opener position right now.
Watching out for that armbar. That armbar is deep. It's tight. He's walking around it, working to escape, and he does.
Good escape from Shane right there. That was a tight armbar.
Shane is looking unstoppable. His demeanor is not one that he's going to give up. That arm was very straight. That armbar was very tight.
And right now he's looking for a submission of his own right here. Going for a bit of the Dart J. Oh, and he's modifying it. Sitting through like a guillotine, but Gage waves it off.
Gage says he's good. Let's see if Shane, hopefully Shane doesn't squeeze himself out here trying to get this submission. Gage says he's happy.
Those ones can always be a little precarious as well, trying to go for submissions like that. They seem a lot tighter than they really are. Oh, good knee to the head.
Big knees to the head for Shane. And Gage might do well to put a hand down.
And I know that was one thing that Shane was excited about being a professional about, the knees and the elbows.
Gage might be looking for another guillotine attempt here.
Oh, big back elbow over the top, two of them.
Shane getting fancy here.
But right now, Gage
but needs to protect his neck.
Gage is going for the squeeze. I would like to see Shane step over Gage's left leg here. He needs to tripod up. Good head escape.
And Shane pops out. He's going to look for more ground and pound from the top. Dropping elbows, heavy from the top. Heavy hips.
Right now might be thinking of a head and arm here. Wants to step over, clear that leg from the half guard position.
And Shane's doing a great job of looking to his corner and listening to the tutelage of Will Grundhauser. Will is telling him what to do, and he's following suit. He's staying heavy. He's securing position. He's going to look.
He almost looks like he wants to hit that knee from there, but he's being patient. He's waiting for Gage to make the next move.
There you go, hold it!
Working his way around to the back. Throw some strikes. Questionable.
Questionable indeed. Those looked a little bit back of the head there, but
Yep, a fighter cannot strike to the back of the head.
And right now he ends up kind of, oh, but now he stands back up.
Gage holding Shane against the fence here. Working on some peppering shots against the cage.
Right now I think this is a bit of recovery time for Gage, kind of redo things from how this fight's been going
Shane's
thus far.
pouring it on. Some big shots by Shane.
Looks like a bit of a smile there from Gage Saunders as he gets pressed up on the cage by Shane Havoc Fichtner.
I think these guys are excited to be in an exciting fight, and it has been a very exciting fight. These guys have both exchanged submission attempts, some hard shots,
Oh, but it looks like Gage might be looking for the tie plum. Oh, now he looks like he's looking to scoop the head here and maybe land some knees of his own to the head, which when you got a guy coming in with that body lock like that, they are very susceptible to that. Oh, and good back take there from Shane. Maybe going to work him down to the ground. I'd like to see him hop up, put some hooks in.
Looks like he's looking to do that. Gage is circling out. Going to look for a takedown of his own here. Try to secure a top position. And he gets it.
Takedown to the butt.
Eats a couple elbows on the way down, but I think he took the exchange well. He said, I'll take it, and he throws some elbows of his own from the top.
Catches at least one there. There's another. Right now, Shane's going to be looking. I'd like to see him step off the cage, maybe reverse position.
We'll see if Gage works to just posture up or if he just keeps that lower posture and lands smaller peppering shots.
And that's kind of, based on, those were borderline.
No downward pointies.
No up and downs, bro. Bro, do you even bow? But
10
Gage
seconds.
is doing good with some shots here to end out the round.
Gage gonna pour it on in these final seconds of the fight.
And it's round
that's it.
one.
Round
And
number
ladies and gentlemen, give it up
For the round.
for our fighters there. 185-pound pro bout. Gage Saunders out of Bozeman and Shane Havoc Victor right out of Billings. Welcoming Taylor back to the cage.
Couple of submission attempts.
Again, remember, after the fights tonight, UFC and Bellator veteran Joe Diesel Riggs and Cowboy Cody Vukasit, both going to be out at the after-fight party tonight. It's happening at the Plaza Arcade Bar and Grill, along with all your fighters and all your Fusion Fight girls tonight.
Pretty fly for a white guy on the radio.
Corners
Radio
out.
scope. Both fighters receiving last-minute instruction from their corner. Shane Havoc Victor out of the Grindhouse.
The Offspring. Entertaining. And speaking of Offspring, these kids are throwing down, and it's time for round 2.
Gage
In French, I think.
Dose.
Yeah, dose. Excuse me.
Gage Saunders fighting out of Montana Mixed Martial Arts in Bozeman.
And here they go out to the center again. That's been
Leg kick starts off for Shane Havoc Victor in the second round.
another outside leg kick. Oh, and answered by
They're trading. They're trading kicks. They're going tie.
the old Rochambeau for it.
They're both right now circling. Gage appears to be closing his left eye. I'm not sure if that's due to damage or if he might be having some issues with his left eye right now.
I see that.
But his left eye was closed for a moment. Good little hop, skip, and jump punch there from Gage Saunders.
These guys are getting into a brawl here.
Oh, big
Shane throwing some
uppercut.
big uppercut. Gage works for the takedown right away. Very good timing, ducking under for that takedown, as I think he was rocked from that punch. They're sitting right in front of us, and it looked like that uppercut connected solid, but he went straight back to...
They're at a range right now. You could almost say, hey, how you doing? Oh, deep guillotine
Victor
from
looking for
Shane
this
Victor.
looking for
turning it
this
almost
guillotine.
into a neck crank.
Yeah, it looks like he's got his neck free, but this can still... And he's out. Shane is pouring it on here.
Good left hand from Shane Victor. Gets the hands clasped, and he gets the takedown.
A big, deep breath taken by Gage Saunders. But he is still in it. These guys are fighting hard, ladies and gentlemen.
They are making this fight absolutely uncomfortable. Needs to start watching the back of the head there. But ref, again, doesn't see any issue with it, though those must have been good. Right now, Shane ends up on bottom side control, pressed against the cage. Gage Saunders looking to impose his own will, maybe step around, take the back for the choke, which he's starting to do now.
Shane rightly turning into him, trying not to give up his back, but ends up, it looks like he's going to end up in a mount position.
Modified mount position for Gage Saunders. I would like to see him turn into the cage, actually.
Gage taking the back here. Shane gives up the mount. He needs to hip escape. He needs to escape this position. The ref taking a very close look at this fight.
I would prefer to see him walk up the cage rather than try to get into a striking exchange from the bottom here.
And Shane fighting hard to get out of this position. He's in a bad spot here. He's fighting to escape. Gage looking to secure a rear naked choke, but he goes back to the punches from the back. Looks to secure the choke here.
Oh, now Shane looks like he might be in a bit better position. He needs to start fighting those hands to avoid the choke. They are right here in front of us right now. Gage Saunders has both hooks in. He's getting those little plotting shots and trying to sink the choke. Oh, he might have the choke sunk now. He needs to push the elbow. He needs to push the elbow to stay out of this.
Gage is squeezing with everything he's got. This is very tight. Shane is fighting to escape, and he gets one hand off. He's doing everything he can to get out of this position, and this is the definition of heart, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
he is
but that
doing
is
everything he
re-sunk
can, but
there.
it is under the chin, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen.
That is re-sunk there. I am not sure what is
Oh
keeping.
my goodness. He's fighting with there. He's out.
What is
Shane
keeping
is
this one
fighting
going?
with everything he can to stay in this fight. Gage
like to
is
see-
trying to. Gage is trying. Shane is fighting with everything he can. He's coming back up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the definition of you cannot teach heart. Shane is trying to stand up here, and the referee
And
stops
that's
it.
your fight.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
Folks, that was the right stoppage. Shane was eating a lot of punches, and no greater heart displayed than the heart of Shane Fichter right now.
Tough fight for both competitors, but Shane Fichter trying to hold on to the very end, and unfortunately had to eventually relinquish. He put so much into fighting off that choke as well as those strikes that eventually there just wasn't anything left.
And wonderful display by Gage Saunders. Shane came in here with a lot, and we've got blood all over us out here. Just a occupational hazard. Taking a look at Shane, the doctor's taking a look at Shane. He holds up a thumbs up, letting us know he's good. But man,
We're getting a thumbs up from Shane in the cage.
Gage Saunders poured it on. He secured that choke. How Shane stayed conscious through that choke is beyond me. It was very, very tight. It was underneath the chin.
He, honestly looking at it, he may have gone out at one point when Gage let go and he was in the back mount position. Shane looked up and had a look, just kind of a 1,000-mile stare in
Yep.
his eyes. I'm not sure if maybe the blood choke may have got to him a little bit.
When we saw the fight stop, Shane looked up and we could see his face right there, and absolutely, yeah, that 1,000-mile stare was right there.
But good fight nonetheless for both fighters, but a little bit better for Gage Saunders. Pulls it out with a submission or TKO win in the second round due to a ground and pound. But if I know Shane will look at this as just a bump in the road and attempt to move on from this and learn from this. Doctors still, of course, attending to Shane Fichter. Fighter safety, of course, paramount in this instance. Shane now rises
All right,
to
he's
his
back. Getting back on his feet. Give it up for Shane Fichter, everybody. I just heard Gage say this guy's tough. All right, let's get our fighters to the center of the cage here. If you get a shot of Shane's face, man, that guy has been through it. Holy jeez. But the winner of that fight, due to referee stoppage by rear naked choke. All right, they're verifying. Everybody agrees. It was a TKO, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the blue corner, Gage Saunders. Give it up for Gage and for Shane Havoc Fichter. Shane stuck in there all the way. He rode that out
indeed.
like a champ.
What a display of heart
If anybody thinks
by Shane Havoc Victor.
that getting in that cage is easy, take a look at Shane's face when he walks by on his way out. That is something else right there.
As well as a display of heart and technical ability by Gage Saunders.
I don't
Just
think I've
a
ever
great showing
seen
by
a
both
face
these
that
fighters.
black and blue after a fight
Absolutely.
here.
Great fight on both sides.
That's a trooper right there.